Welcome to the 100th season of American Legion Baseball. My name is Andrew Hazlett. Today's matchup is the 2-8 Maryvale Panthers versus the post-53 Buckeye Aces, who are 3-5. Game's already underway here as we move venues. Anthony Lara on the mound, pitch outside. On the batter, Maryvale, the visiting team, already has one run. I'll get you all that in a minute here with everything. Pitch fouled off. Anthony Lara on the mound, as I said. Anthony Lara, he has a 1.2 innings pitched, no wins, no losses, ERA of 4.20, whip of 2.4. The pitch swung on and missed, strike three. That'll end the half inning. Panthers get one. They lead 1-0 over the Aces. We'll be back. Leadoff man Zachary Graves steps in for the Aces, and he'll take ball one. It's a hot one here today. We are in Ellisfield, Buckeye Union High School. Graves takes strike one. We are originally here, supposed to be at Verado High School, but the field was locked. Coach Garcia, and the pitch, low, 2-1. Called up the Buckeye Union High School coach was able to make the field swap, and here we are at Ellis Field, home of the Buckeye Union High School Hawks. Game starting about 25 minutes later than originally planned. Graves swings and misses on the 2-1 pitch. So here we are, under not the circumstances anyone was expecting when we all got up this morning, but the show must goes on, as the saying is. Graves takes ball 3. Full count now on Graves, the leadoff man for the Aces. Graves this season, 308 average, and he'll swing at strike 3. Next batter for the Aces is Lincoln Belanco. He'll look at ball 1. Panthers of Maryvale leading the Aces 1-0. Righty pitcher delivers. Swing on and missed for strike 1. Pitcher for the Panthers is Angel Morales. Morales gets Blanco to swing. He'll ground one to the pitcher, 1-3 ground out. Here is Adrian Navarro. Navarro, so far this season, 357 average, 1,071 OPS for the righty. So he'll take ball 1. All 3 batters Morales has faced today. He's delivered ball 1, but first 2 he's able to get the out. Let's see what he can do with Navarro. Navarro will look at a pitch for ball 2. That's outside and in the dirt. Temperature is it's swung on well to center field, and that will be caught by the center fielder. That'll end the inning. We'll be back. back underway for the top of the second. Chris Aguilar steps in for Panthers, as he'll wear one off the backside. The number 6 hitter, hit by pitch.
Take it off, Ant.
Pitch low, runner going, he'll be safe. Lara sets in for the batter, delivers outside. He last pitched in the season opening series against Glendale, the Ironwood Eagles, and that was his only appearance. He delivers a strike. Runner going, fouled off over the fence here. That's a 2-2 count on the batter. Runner going, the pitch outside. Runner safe at third, no throw. This is Axel Aguilar. Pitch. Ball 4 low and inside. Lara with runners on first and third. No out. Runner going. No throw. He is safe. So now runners on second and third for the Panthers. Pitch taken for a ball. As I was saying before we went to break, it's a hot one here in Buckeye today. Pitch swung on foul, head toward the third base coach, which is only, well, I don't know if that's the only coach on for or Maryvale's roster. They only have one listed, so. Pitch from Lara. Ball. Quite sure where that missed, as it is currently 5:42 local time. 102 degrees. Pitch inside, low. Extreme heat watch for City of Buckeye right now. Expected until next Tuesday locally. So a warm one and not any help soon. So it's pitch, fly toward third. I believe that's Navarro there, and he'll make the catch. The next batter comes in, Luis Vest. Pitch outside. Chris Aguilar at third, Axel Aguilar at second. Batter is Vest, as the Panthers lead 1-0. Lara delivers inside. Runners going. And they'll take home and third respectively. The pitch got away from the catcher, Ruben Jr. Lutz. That is now Panthers lead 2-0. The first, top of the first went for the Panthers. A strikeout, walk, fly out to first, triple strikeout. That's how we got to where we are, as the pitch gets away from Lutz, and as it is swung on and missed by Vest. Huge pitch inside. A huge wall surrounding in the outfield. The out is, I would say, maybe 10 feet high. This pitch outside, and Vest will walk, putting runners on first and third. So no one is going to be hitting any home runs, I would imagine. It's a long way over that fence. Here comes the new batter. Runner going. Pitch roped to center. Center fielders got it. They're gonna. The run from home is gonna score. They're trying to dial up the runner on first, because he was going far, but that will be unsuccessful. Here comes the new batter. Runner going, and he'll take second successfully. A runner going, pitch roped to center, and the center fielder under it, and that'll end the inning. However, Panthers add 2 as they lead 3-0. We'll be back. Away, Jay Daughtry here leads off the bottom of the second inning as the Panthers lead 2-0. Pitch outside. Daughtry this year, .588 average. OPS of 1,255 as he takes strike one, 1-1 count. He leads the team in hits this season, first baseman. Daughtry fouled off first base line. Out of play. One-two pitch. Low. 2-2. Count on Daughtry. Maryvale, they've picked up their 2 wins against the other post-53 team, the Buckeye Heat Wave. As the pitch swung on and roped right to the pitcher. Now, I thought it was fly out, but I guess it hit the ground. As Daughtry was hustling that one out. 1-3 ground out there. Here comes Marshall Hip. Right-handed batter. Trying to get the aces going as the pitch gets to the backstop outside. Ball low and outside. 2-0 count on Hip. Pitch swung on and missed. 2-1 count. Aces still have yet to score. Swung on and missed. 2-2. On paper, seems like the Aces should be the team that wins this series. They're 3-5 against common opponents, where Maryvale's 0-8. This pitch outside, full count on Hip. Morales delivers. Fouled off and out of play. Up the first base side, top of the dugout, bouncing and into the street. Payoff pitch. Roped for a single. Hip's going to stop at first. Oh, he's going for 2, and he is going to be out. Not even close there on the play. A throw was offline to the third base side, and it was beat him. And the fielding player made a few steps and tagged Hip out. Hip hesitated well, rounding first, and if he didn't hesitate, he might have been in there safely. But that breaks up the Morales perfect game. That single. Hip. It's Ethan Peterson is now in the box as he takes the first pitch for ball 1. Left-handed bat. I'll take the second pitch for strike 2. Peterson now take the third pitch. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. Righty delivers. Ball 3. Ethan Peterson leads the team in walks this year. Has yet to find a hit. OPS of 313. So he can get on base. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Peterson also leads the team in strikeouts. kind of interesting there. And he'll strike out, and that will end the inning. Panthers 3, Aces 0. Aguilera back out on the mound here. Pitch outside. Something I just noticed that the Aces only have 8 people here today of their 16 members. Righty, Lara delivers. Strike. I don't know if the change of venue scared some people off. It's a holiday weekend. Lara delivers, so outside, 2-1. So Graves and Peterson are the 2 outfielders. Graves right now is playing pretty much center field to maybe 5 steps to his left, and Peterson's playing right field, normal position on this left-handed batter. That's something I just noticed of batters. Jace Garcia. Pitch outside for ball 3, or ball 4 rather, and that would be a walk. Now Graves moves to left. Peterson moves towards center, playing in right center. Runner going. He went right away, so he'll be safe. This is the batter. He's not on my roster. Let's see. Who is he? Pitch. Get past Lutz. Runner moves to third. It's Garcia. Actually, he is on my roster. And this is Axel Quijol. In terms of Aces players who aren't here today, I'll get you after this pitch, which is outside, and runner will score. Panthers lead 4-0. Justin Bennett, who has yet to appear in a game, not here. Gael Ozuna, who only appeared in the first opening day series, not here. Pitch outside for a walk. On Huijo, Ivan Ontiveros, pitcher, catcher, an outfielder, and utility player, not here. As we'll have a mound visit from Coach Garcia. Marco Medina, one of the team's best players, if not the best player, through a complete game last weekend. Not here, utility player. Plays short, catcher left. Samuel Garcia still dealing with his injury. He is here but not able to play. Sergio Rendon, shortstop and catcher. This mound visit is over. Not with us here today. Mason Bullis, not here today as well. Outfielder, infielder. Ian Brito, middle infielder, catcher, outfielder, not here as well. Rudy Gonzalez and Johnny Martinez, middle infielder. Martinez's pitch behind the batter, runner advances. Martinez, the middle infielder, corner outfielder, and Gonzalez, the pitcher and outfielder. All not here today. It's a lot of the Aces' best players. That's a pitch for a strike on Reyes. Zaziel Reyes. Batter, he'll swing at another pitch for strike 2. He struck out in his first at bat against Zalera. Like I said, a lot of the Aces' best players not here this weekend. Grounder to third. Navarro to Daughtry. He'll get the out. Runner advances from second to third there on the throw. A 6-5-3 ground out. Batter's Chris Aguilar, who got hit in his first time up. Frankly, Aces just don't have many of their best guys. Pitch inside for ball 1. Blair delivers. Swung and missed. Strike 1. Looking at who is here, who can pitch today, got Jay Daughtry, who's developed into a good pitcher. The last time out through a scoreless 4 innings of work. That'll be a single. A run will score. Single from Aguilar. That will put Panthers up 5-0 over the Aces. Got Graves, who can pitch. Medina, or actually not Medina, the runner going. Gets past the catcher Lutz. And the runner, who wasn't really paying attention, he could have gone to Aguilar. He could have gone to second there, or third, but he wasn't paying attention, so he only took second. Pitch. That gets through the left side of the infield. Graves playing in the left field position is able to get that, cut that off for a single. Good positioning by the Aces. So here comes batter. That will be Antonio Mireles, the second baseman. Runner going. Fouled off up the third base side, out of play. Panthers really aggressive on the base pass, trying to steal as often as they can. They look to be the better team today. They also don't have all their guys. They've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 16 guys on their roster, and I don't think they've got a full dugout. And that goes off Morales', I think that was his head, but that didn't sound like his head. I think it was his shoulder, but he'll go to first. Bases loaded now. Chris Aguilar at third, Axel Aguilar at second, and Antonio Mireles at second. Pitch swung on and missed, gets past catcher Lutz. Runners stay. Pitcher Lara delivers one outside, caught by Lutz. Graves playing center now. Peterson right. No left field. Fouled off defense. So yeah, this is and the pitch, the throw back from Lutz gets past Lara. I think it was a dead ball anyway, so the runners cannot advance, and they won't. So this is a tough showing here for the Aces. Pitch. Strike 3. As Lara thought there were 3 outs in the inning, there's only 2. Went off to the dugout, and the shortstop, Lincoln Blanco, had to get that. Runners hold where they are. It's the outfielders moving around. Pitch. Caught by Peterson, who's playing perfect center, and that will end the inning. Maryvale adds 2. They lead 5-0. back underway. Ruben Jr. Lutz, the catcher, steps in. Pitch outside. Oh, it was called for a strike. Late call there, but that's a strike. Pitch high for ball one. Thought that first pitch was outside. Umpire thought otherwise. Pitch fouled off. Pitch high. Looks like Morales. I don't know if this is his normal delivery, but he doesn't look like he's trying to throw 100% right now. Just try to locate real well, and he'll get Lutz to strike out. Here comes Anthony Lara, the pitcher. Pitch called for a strike. Pitch low for a ball. 1-1 count. Righty delivers. High. 2-1. Thought that was going to be in for a strike there, but guess not. Pitch outside. Umpire's got a 3-1 count, as the umpire's got a way much better view than I do. Pitch fouled off. I went off one of the poles. So it made a plink sound instead of a rattling of the fence. Righty batter swings on strike 3. That is the 4th strikeout from Morales so far. Here comes the leadoff hitter Zachary Graves, the left fielder, right-handed bat. Graves struck out on his first at bat. Righty delivers. Breaking ball for strike 1. Broke in on the batter. Pitch grounded to the pitcher. It'll toss to the first baseman for the out. I'll end the inning. Panthers 5, Aces 0. Pitching change, top 4 for the Aces. Lincoln Blanco comes in from shortstop to pitch, replacing Anthony Lara, who will go to second. Replacing Hip. Hip will move to short. The first pitch from Blanco is a ball inside on Morales. Opposing pitcher, 0 for 1 on the day, fly out to the right fielder, and a walk as he swings on the pitch, 1-1. Also some defensive changes. Jay Daughtry moves from first to catcher, replacing Ruben Jr. Lutz. Ruben Jr. Lutz places the right fielder, Ethan Peterson. This pitch swung on and missed, 1-2 count. And that right center field spot, and Lutz now there, replacing Ethan Peterson, who moves to first, replacing Daughtry. Pitch fouled off the back of the bat. Pitch was behind the batter, hit the back of his bat, and stays the count 1-2. A fortunate break for Blanco there. Right now, Gray's playing left, Lutz playing right center, kind of. So that's rope to left. Graves makes the catch for 1 out. So an F7 from Morales, the pitcher. Here comes Jace Garcia, first baseman for the Panthers. We are at Ellis Field. Pitch inside on Garcia. Expected to be at Rado High School today. That field was locked. Can't play ball in a locked field, so we moved here. Got permission. No pitch. Strike 1. Started about 20-25 minutes later, but show must go on. Still playing baseball. Pitch. High. I mentioned last week on the broadcast how there's a sign in center. Blanco's pitch inside. Right center dedicated to the Rado Vipers 2022 state championship in Division 5. I used to pitch grounded to Blanco. He'll make the pitch or toss to Peterson to get the out. A 1-3 ground out. 2 outs here. And Ellis Field, there is a number on the wall. Cole Calhoun's number 1. Pitch swung on and missed from Axel Quee Hill. Pitch taken for ball 1. Cole Calhoun went on to go to Arizona State after leaving Buckeye Union. Pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. Went on to play baseball at Arizona State before spending the bulk of his career with the LA Angels. Played time for the Texas Rangers and Arizona Diamondbacks, as well as the pitch, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Lincoln Blanco puts a 0 up on the board. Mid-4. Back underway here to start the bottom of the fourth inning. Pitcher now, Lincoln Blanco, up to bat for the Aces. He's going to rope one into left field. That'll be a single for Blanco. He's his second base runner of the game. And that'll bring the batter to Adrian Navarro, the third baseman, number 3 hitter. Navarro having a good season for the Aces, one of their better players, 357 average, OPS over 1,000. Pitch, ball 1. Looking at majority of the Aces players out today. Pitch, Blanco going on a delayed steal. He is safe. As the catcher, Reyes couldn't quite find the ball. Runner going as the pitch gets away from the catcher. He is safe at third. Blanco moving to third. Now a fly ball to the outfield will score Blanco. Pitch taken by Navarro. And Navarro will walk. So back-to-back base runners to start this fourth inning, getting the pressure on Reyes. Here comes Jay Daughtry. OPS over 1,000, average over 500 on the year coming into today. Reyes is going to look back to Navarro, move him back. First, 3 of the 7 Aces batters who have an LPS over 1,000 are not here today. Navarro going. No throw. I don't think the catcher was looking at Navarro there, just trying to keep the runner from scoring from from third. Yeah, I have a lot of key pieces out as Daughtry will look at a strike. And the rest of the guys that aren't swung on and miss. Strike 2. And then a handful of guys who are aren't here. You've got 2, 3. This pitch gets past the catcher. Blanco scores. Navarro to third. Aces on the board. 5-1 the score now. As and 6 of the 10 players aren't here for the Aces. Have thrown as the pitch is inside. So that's a lot of key guys. I know some of the pitchers having 1,000 OPS. There's some overlap there. Fouled off. But yeah, Aces down a significant amount of players. They're key ones too. Righty delivers. Daughtry to third. Gonna go to first. Get the out. 5-3 ground out. Navarro scores. Alright, that will ground out for Daughtry. That makes the score 5-2. So here comes Marshall. Yep, who singled. Was trying to turn it into double, and that was unsuccessful. He wears one off his back. Here's Ethan Peterson, who struck out his first at bat. Peterson leads the team in strikeouts coming into today and added to his total, but he's also leads the team in walks, and he gets a ball. The catcher can't find the ball. Hip advances easily to second. No throw at all. Catcher Reyes had no idea where that ball was. Peterson fouls one off. Still looking for his first hit of the year. Lefty bat. First base and outfield. Pitch. Fouled off again. Both of them off of the fence line by home plate. Outfielder the second base umpire telling the pitcher something. Pitch low. That's 2 strikes. I think 2 balls. No. Pitch. Ball 3. So full count here now. Got a nice loud umpire today. That's what we like as a broadcaster. Can hear him all the way up in the press box. Fouled off down the third base line by Peterson, and bouncing around on that third base dugout. Press box here, nice shaded. Got the 2 of the 3 windows open. Pitch. That'll be ball 4. Hip moves to third because the catcher couldn't find it. Peterson walks. He leads the team in walks, and Walker strike out. Peterson are the 2 most likely options. This here comes Ruben Jr. Lutz with the runners on first and third. Down 3, 5-2. Peterson going. Swung on and missed by Lutz. Peterson steals second uncontested. Defensive indifference. You're at Buckeye Union High School. The pitch swung on and missed by Lutz. Strike 2. Lutz has also yet to find a hit this season. As we had. So that's strike 3. Lutz coming into the day was one of 3 aces hitters in the lineup that had yet to find his first hit. Him, Peterson, and Lincoln Blanco. Blanco got a hit earlier. Anthony Lara is going to ground hit the first pitch foul down the third base line. He struck out in his first time up. Anthony Lara going to ground that one to short. And that was a balk called before the pitch. So Peterson moves to third. Hip scores. Lara will still bat. Umpire's going to talk to the third base coach, or the Maryvale head coach. It was a home plate umpire that called it. He's showing something to the coach with the baseball. They're having some sort of argument or discussion. Home plate umpire talking to the head coach. Conferencing. Conference over. I don't know if the Maryvale head coach Fernando Galvez liked that and the reasons that he was given, but 0-1 count. He heads back to his dugout, ready for play. The pitch fouled off. That almost cleared the fence, and that was, if it did, that would have been close to me in this booth here. 3-chair booth. I'm the only one here. So umpires discussing something. Pointing toward the third base area. And they've finished their discussion. I don't know what they were discussing, but 0-2 count. Plate umpire very loud, which is what I like as a broadcaster. It makes it easier to get you counts for certain. Pitch grounded to the pitcher. He's going to throw it to his third baseman, Garcia, to end the inning. 1-3 ground out. Good news for the Aces is they put up 3 to make the score 5-3 and 4. Back underway. Buckeye Union High School. My name is Andrew Hazel, 100th season of American Legion Baseball. First pitch is a ball on Axel Quijol. Second pitch is a strike. 1-1 count on Quijol. Has 2 walks today, but they were both against Lara. That's a ball. Lara, I'll get you his final line in just a moment. Blanco, the new pitcher, gets Quijol to swing and miss. Pitch grounded to third. Navarro gets it and is able to get the out. That's actually Reyes. I had an error in my scoring. It's actually Azil Reyes. Now the batter's Chris Aguilar, who is 1 for 1 with a single and a hit by pitch. First pitch is a strike. Pitch grounded to third. Navarro to Peterson. Successful. Another 5-3 ground out. Now the batter is Axel Aguilar. Pitch. Strike one. And talking about a guy who's just dealing right now, Lincoln Blanco. 5 batters face, 5 batters out. Pitch below, or inside rather, for ball 1. I guess that's somewhat of an announcer's jinx there. Pitch. That hit him in the back. As soon as I say pitcher's dealing, what do? They hit a batter. That's Blanco there. So here comes Antonio Mireles, who's had a fly out to second and a walk. Pitch. Runner going. Throw can't get there, and he is safe. Did get away from everyone, but Ruben Jr. Lutz was playing in that right center field position. Was able to get that ball. Got through the infield. Aguilar stays at second. Pitch. First strike taken. As pitch grounded as an infield single. That moves Aguilar to third. There's pinch hitter for Luis. As Luis Vest comes out, pinch hitter will be Dominique Segala. Pitch swung on and missed for strike one. Pitch, runner going, swung on and missed. Pitch, Autry threw it back to his pitcher, trying to see if he can bait third base runner Axel Aguilar to try to get an out there. Couldn't do so. Pitch high. So I told you I'd get Anthony Lara's line too. Here it is. 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 5 runs all earned, 6 walks, 2 strikeouts on 19 batters faced. Blanco delivers a ball. Pitch inside, getting to get past Daughtry, and he makes an errant throw on the pitch. Throw home. They're going to get the out. And I'll end the inning in a very interesting way. Aguilar scores on a wild pitch. Antonio Mireles is thrown out trying to score. We'll be back. new pitcher is Azil Reyes, leaving Morales. First pitch on Zach Graves is a strike. New catcher is Quijo, moving from third. This pitch is a ball, so I'm going to get away from the catcher. As Zigala comes in, will play right field for Vest. Pitch outside. On Graves. Graves 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out to the pitcher. What can he do this time? Pitch. Strike 2. Getting the outside edge of the zone. Righty delivers. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Graves strikes out. Score now 6-3. See if Aces can do something. And last inning they were with a Blinken Blanco single that got the inning started and got Morales out of there. So he looks at strike 1. That's fouled off. Here comes the line. Aguilar, that's strike 3. Blanco. Comes Adrian Navarro, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and a flat to center. Morales' line, 4 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts on 12 batters faced. First pitch grounded to third, and that'll end the inning on a 5-3 ground out. We'll be back after this. Panthers lead Aces 6-3. Sagala comes in, right-handed bat, to face Lincoln Blanco. Good news for the Aces is the pitch is in for strike one. So that the Aces might have found another good pitcher to use here in this game. Right now, currently 5th in the league. This pitch swung on and missed for strike two. They've got guys like Marco Medina, Adrian Navarro, and others. Gael Ozuna, it's a pitch taken for a ball. Jay Daughtry as well. Guys who can throw fairly well. Pitch fouled off. And they have, I think, there's a start in Marco Medina. Now if they can find their B starter in Lincoln Blanco, this might be their guy moving forward. Pitch taken for a ball. Granted, we just only saw 2 innings of Blanco's work, but there were 2 pretty good innings. The pitch out as a outside for a full count. Could also go Jay Daughtry. Have Blanco in a relief role. So that first inning was really good for him. Pitch outside for a walk. Here comes the leadoff man for the Panthers. I believe that's Sebastian Gonzalez as he takes a pitch outside. Pitch outside for a ball. Graves playing in straightaway left. Junior Lutz playing in right center field. His pitch is going to get away from Daughtry. Runner not going. That is not Ruben Junior Lutz. This will have a pinch runner for Savala. That is going to be Sotelo. The batter Cervantes. Savello moves to second because Cervantes walk. There's no really contest. Can't contest that. So here comes Angel Morale. So for 2 on the day. Walked as well. 2 flyouts to the outfield. Pitch inside. They're going to get... No, they're not going to get a runner going. Little... If Daughtry could have got that ball a little sooner, he would have got him out. That was a close play at third. I thought they got him. Turns out they didn't. Pitch high. Nice corral by Daughtry, the catcher back there. Runners on third and first. No out. Runner going. Grounder. Gonna go home. They're gonna get the runner in a run down. And they'll get 1 runner out. And the other 2 runners are at first. No one else is noticing it besides maybe the first base guy who's at first. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Blanco's finally going to go field at second and Laro step on the bag. That's a double play. That's Morales gets a fielder's choice. Cervantes not paying attention to what's going on is going to cost his team an out. No one noticed it until a fan pointed it out. One of the Aces fans. That was an easy out. I saw it. Not many others did. So I was trying to find where that second runner was. Runner going. Strike. And the runner's safe. No contest. Daughtry hasn't done many throws to second. Probably a smart thing to do. If you know you're not going to get the batter. Oh, that's going to be a single. And +1. That's the cost of not having a true right fielder. Lutz is going to go to it. And that will be a double. That's when you don't have a true right fielder. I think that's still going to be a double regardless. I thought Garcia, the batter, could have had a triple there, but he was not hustling very well. Now, Panthers are 2-8, only 2 wins over the other Buckeye team, the Heat Wave. And quite frankly, I can see why this team not the most situationally aware from my observations so far. And I think if the Aces have one of their or two of their guys that they need, like your Gonzalez or Martinez, just pitch outside from Blanco or Medina, you have those two of those three guys, this game's a different story, I think. But the story is what's in front of me, and that's not within the Aces' controls. The pitch taken for, swung on a miss rather, for a strike. This batter's Axel Quijo. Pitch low. As the throwbacks can get past Blanco. These are the Panthers' final 2 games this season for the regular season. They have the bye next week. Aces will be playing the Heat Wave at Verado High School in theory. So you're supposed to be there, as that's a strike. Getting the outside edge of the plate. Obviously, in theory, because I say that because we were supposed to be there today. Instead, you're at Buckeye Union High School, Ellis Field. Pitch. Grounded to third. Navarro going to throw to first. And it's going to get past Peterson. That's going to be an error. Runner scores. That's Garcia. I'll make it 8-0. Or 8-3 rather. So that's reaching on an error. So here comes the next batter is Ziola Reyes, the new pitcher. Reyes, who's had a good outing in his first inning of work. Gonna go back to second. No, there's no one covering. Blanco just stepped off. Blanco delivers. Ball high. Panthers wearing tealish blue uniforms. A cyan color. Black. Pitch taken for a strike. With black numbers and letters. White pants. And black helmets. Ace is wearing their blue as always. Yellow numbers, gray pants, blue hats. Pitch swung on and missed. 2 strikes on the batter. I leave 1 ball. Pitch inside. It's the runner on second. Quilhole has about a 3-4 step lead. Take a few more small steps. If they wanted to, they could probably get him. That's fouled off. Anthony Alara, he's playing second baseman, Lara, playing a traditional second base spot. Outfield positioning, Graves in left, or Junior Lutz playing that mid center, right center spot. Pitch inside. I believe the count is full. Yep, the count is full. Umpire confirms my guess. Pitch. Fouled off, heading back this way. That clears the press box, sound like. Went over my head to the right. Got a nice room here. Blanco delivers. Grounded to third. Navarro picks it up. And it's dropped by Peterson. Pujol moves to third. That's going to be an error. Last two batters for the Panthers reached on air. Aces just aren't playing to the level that they can, even with all the people that they're missing right now. Down 8-3 now. Runner going. He'll be safe. No throw from Daughtry. Aces group normally full of life. Just seems to be lacking it right now. Blanco delivers. Strike one on Chris Aguilar. Aguilar, the seventh batter of the inning. 2 outs in the inning. In the top of the 6th. Pitch inside. Not quite sure what the 2-hour rule is going to be here, as scheduled time was 5. Pitch inside for called strike 2 by the umpire. Not really a late call at all. It's just early to call that one, as I think we got started around 5:20 local. Now 7 o'clock local. Pitch going to get past Daughtry. Runner will score. Other runner moves to third, making 9-3 full count. Reyes to third. Pujol scores. 9-3 in the top of the 6th inning in favor of the Panthers. Righty delivers. Strike 3, that'll end the inning. 3-run score, make the score 9-3, mid-5. back underway here to start the bottom of the 6th inning. Jay Daughtry up to bat. 2 ground outs on the day. Ground out to first and a ground out to third and ground out to the pitcher. So let's see what he can do here. Righty takes ball 1. Righty delivers. Ball 2. 2-0 count on Daughtry. Daughtry came in leading the team in hits. All singles this year for catcher, first baseman, pitcher. Grounder. And that is foul. Just foul on the third base side. Might have been his first extra base hit if that would have been fair, but that was foul, so there's some friendly banter going on between the home plate umpire and Coach Garcia, who's at first, as pitch taken for second ball. 2-1. Home plate umpire laughing, Coach Garcia smiling. Pitch fouled off. Hits the light. I don't think that could happen again if you did it 1,000 times. Fouled off in that direction. Hits one of the lights here. Ellis Field is the pitch. Taken for a walk. Daughtry walks. Now if you're gonna win this game, you're gonna have to get base runners and take base runners in any way you can get them. That's the way baseball is. You don't have to hit home runs. You can just hit singles, walk. As the pitch is fouled off by hip down the third base line. Doesn't have to be a fancy game. It just has to be an effective game. You're in a stasis team, and when it's firing on all cylinders, is definitely effective. Pitch swung on, missed. Daughtry will steal second safely. One of the coaches down there saying, "Way to move, Big J." J. This pitch swung on and missed by hip. Strike 3. Jay, not the smallest or slimmest dude on the team by any means. So he can show that he's got a stolen base. Coach Garcia giving him signals as Ethan Peterson steps in. Breaking ball breaks outside. Ball 1. Ethan Peterson walking a strikeout. What he does most this season. He's going to look at strike 1, getting the low end of the zone. Peterson looking for his first hit on the season. He's going to look at a pitch. Daughtry's going to move to third safely. No throw. Coach Garcia, I think, one of the better coaches in this league, as I've seen 5 other coaches. Pitch swung on and missed. Definitely, I think the one that I've seen that can connect with his players. Pitch swung on and missed by Peterson. Strike 3. Here comes Ruben Jr. Lutz. Struck out twice so far. Coming into the year average, or coming into the game average of 0. OPS of 143. Him, Peterson, still looking for their first hits on the year. Lutz grounds 1. I think foul. Yep, that's foul. Catcher took a little bit of time to get to that ball, and if he not wound up staying fair, Lutz might have had his first hit on the year. Pitch. Fouled off. Up the first base side. Grounder. Gonna hit the backstop. Backstop here closer to the players. Maybe about 10 paces off or so. A little less than that. Pitch swung on and missed. Gonna get past the catcher. And that's a drop, third strike. Runner scores. Lutz did not run to first. Inning could have continued, but it won't. So that's a pitcher. Reyes strikes out the side. I think that is that will allow a run scored. I do believe. Let's double check that before we go to break here. Just make sure. That is final 9-3 regardless. That'll end it. We'll be back. Just about to get underway here in Buckeye Union High School. Ellis Field, the lights have came on for game 2. You weren't with us. 9-3 victory in favor of the Panthers. Start off this first game. Second game now. Just about to get underway. It is 7:33 local time. Not really supposed to be here today at Buckeye Union. Supposed to be at Verado. Field was closed, locked up. And as far as I know, you can't really get on a field if it's locked. I'm not an expert on picking locks, and no one else is here. So did the smart decision to move Buckeye Union, where we knew we could get on. Here we are at Ellis Field, home of the Hawks. Maryvale Panthers now 3-8. This is their final regular season game. Aces 3-6. They've got this 1 and 2 more against the other team, the Heat Wave of Buckeye. So it'll be interesting to see how that comes out. Heat Wave just dropped 137-1. They've got another game now. The other games today were Wickenburg. They faced Ironwood, and that wasn't uploaded to this American Legion site, so I can't tell you who won what game. I don't know that. But the information I do know is Ironwood Eagles beat Heat Wave. Maryvale beat the Aces. And the Firebirds and the SEAL team played 2 games, supposedly. So, just about to get underway. Axel Keyhole will be the pitcher, as now the Aces are the road team for the second game. So we're ready for play. Aces, Panthers. Zach Graves, the leadoff man once again for the Aces. A right-handed bat. Swings on the first pitch. Lights are on. Now 0-1 count. 7:35 official start time here. 5 minutes past expected, but that's okay. Pitch. Outside. Ball. Battery mate for Keyhole is Morales. Angel Morales. Pitch. In for strike 2. 1-2 count on the leadoff man, Graves. Graves on the year came in 308 average or 778 OPS into today's games. The pitch outside, ball 2, 2-2 count. Nice slide umpire again. Umpire switch. 1 in the field, 1 at home. Graves gonna ground to short on a 6-4 ground out. 6-3 ground out, rather. Took a while to get to the shortstop, Cervantes, but he got to it in time. Here comes Lincoln Blanco. Blanco had his first hit earlier of the season today. Pitch inside. Ball one to Blanco. Blanco came in. Hadn't found the base pass in the 2 games he's played, but pitched well and reached as he takes ball 2. Let's see. He got 1 for 3. What a double. Pitch. Strike. 2-1. Pitch. Outside. 3-1 to Blanco. Pitch. Roped on the line to the center fielder. And that will be caught. As here comes Adrian Navarro. Same top of the lineup as the first game for the Aces. Pitch taken for ball. Pitch flied high to center. That'll be another fly out to center. That's 2 flyouts for the Aces. They go down in order. No score, mid-1. Here we are. First batter will be Cervantes, who was the leadoff hitter last game. The shortstop. Pitch inside from Marshall Hip. This is Hip's first start on the mound this season. Pitch is behind batter. Alrighty, Hip delivers and it's outside. 3-0. Defensive look for the Aces coming right up after this pitch, which is a walk high to Cervantes. Lara in left, Peterson right. Peterson right now standing center. He's kind of the de facto right fielder. And infield of Navarro, Blanco, Graves, Daughtry. Lutz doing the catching, Hip on the mound. Pitch inside of the batter. This is Angel Morales, the catcher, to bat. Another ball from Hip. It's 2-0. Haven't seen Hip pitch all season. Runner going. It's past Lutz. And he'll move to second safely. Thought we might get Jay Daughtry to start here. He's pitched 2 of the last 3 series. 3-0 count now. Righties look good. Had pitched a scoreless end of the game last week. As Morales looks at a strike 1. Hip's first strike of the game after throwing 7 straight balls. They've also got Graves if they want that. So that's lined over the shortstop Blanco's head. 1 run will score. Gonna get back into the infield. That would be a triple. Like I said last game, you can control some things if you're the Aces, but just being down a batter, it's kind of a tough spot. Ethan Peterson playing to the right side of the second base bag in center. Anthony Lara out there as well and left. You couldn't get there. Pitch. Rope to right, down the line, fair. This is going to be a while before Peterson can get to that. 1 run will score, and he's going for 3. And he will be safe as the throw is off the line. That puts the score 2-0. As that was Jace Garcia. Here comes Axel Keyhole. And that's an error. That was ground to the third baseman, Navarro. Navarro can pick it up. 1 run scores. That makes it 3-0. Axel. Here comes the next batter. And that hit him. That is Zio Reyes. And if you're Coach Garcia, I don't go to Graves. You can go to Daughtry as options. You can go to Navarro. They've all pitched before. Not going to use Lara or Blanco's. Pitch, strike 1. Lutz and Peterson haven't seen time as on the mound this season. So, I wonder if you go to them. Pitch in the dirt. Runners advance successfully. Keyhole to third. Reyes to second. Peterson playing straightaway center right now. Lara in left. Traditional position. Right field wide open. If you can, this batter can get something in the gap, that would be good for the Panthers, as they already lead 3-0 over the Aces. Pitch high. This is Axel Aguilar. Hip delivers. Oh, low. That'd be a walk, and the bases are loaded. 6 batters in, no outs for the Aces. They're missing Marco Medina right now. Their top pitcher, one of their better hitters as well. Pitch outside. No one going. As it gets past Jay Daughtry, as is Chris Aguilar now batting. So that was interesting. As that pitch got past Junior Lutz, the catcher, rolling around on the backstop. Got up the first base line a little bit, and runners held. I thought that would have been a good time to advance, but I guess not. Hip delivers a ball that's going to get past Lutz. Runners going. Safe all around. They tried to get a play at the plate. They weren't close. As now the Panthers lead 4-0 in the bottom of the first. As going to call time here. Coach Garcia is going to talk to his players. Looks like we might get a pitching change. Possibly. Conference. I don't know if they're going to do a pitching change right here, the way everyone's talking. All the infield in. Outfield staying as they are. Lara in left center. Peterson straightaway center. Chris Aguilar the batter. The home plate umpire going to walk slowly out toward the mound to break up the discussion. Coach Garcia leaves the game. Or doesn't leave the game. He leaves his boys to talk it out. And that will not be the end of Hip. He'll stay in. He's trying to give some further instruction. Pitch. Swung on and missed. Two balls, one strike. Count. Pitch. Popped up to short, and that will be the first out. Chris Aguilar makes the first out as the 7th man to bat in the inning. Here comes the next batter. That is Sotelo. Right-handed batter. Pitch outside. Ball 1. It's in. Righty delivers. High, gonna get past catcher, but he's able to get it off the backstop, and that's the second out of the inning for the Aces. Ruben Jr. Lutz with some great awareness there. Bounced off the backstop, found the ball, went right to him, and was able to get the out. At home runner, Axel Aguilar moves to third safely. That's an important out here in this first inning. Try to get this bleeding to stop for the Aces. The pitch swung on, caught by Daughtry on the run, the first baseman, and that ends the inning. We had no outs after 6 batters, and after 8 batters, the inning is over. Panthers lead Aces 4-0. Daughtry, who just made that nice running catch to end the inning to start this top of the second inning now. Aces wearing their blue uniforms with yellow trim, gray pants, blue hats, as a pitch from Huihol is glide to center, and that's going to get over the center fielder's head. Daughtry grounding for second. He'll be in there safely. Jay Daughtry with his first extra base hit on the season. Doing good things right now, the first baseman. Here comes Marshall. Hip. Swings at strike one. I think Coach Garcia's going same order. Oh, Hip, the 5 batter. Swings at strike 2. Coach Garcia giving some instructions to his batter. Pitch outside. Lights are on. Sun is, I can't tell from the press box. So they try to go to second. Daughtry is safe. His time is the pickoff, the tag or throw hit him. He requested time immediately. Got him in the face area. Daughtry still down. Coach Garcia heading over to him from third. Daughtry now gets back up, telling his coach where it hit him. Looks like he's gonna stay in the game. His dad out there coaching first base as well, Jason. And he'll stay in the game. Just took one off the face. Had to Just make sure everything's all working still. 1-2 count on hip. Pitch near hip's head. He had to get out of the way. Ball 2. So I was saying the sun's setting so much, but I can't see because this press box is not see-through. So it makes it a press box. Swung on and missed low for strike 3. Hip goes down swinging. Here comes Ethan Peterson. Still looking for his first hit. Coming into the left-hand batter, leads the team in walks and strikeouts. Coming into today, and he's walked and struck out in the first game. Moon. Not quite a full moon. About 3/4 of it or so. As he swings and misses strike 1. I believe that's a gibbous moon. Should have remembered 8th grade science class. Actually, I was thinking of 7th grade. Pitch, strike 2. Looking. 1-2 count on Peterson. I don't remember 7th grade science class. That was a long time ago. Swung on and missed Peterson. Second out. Here comes Ruben Jr. Lutz, the catcher. Catcher's going to look at a ball low. Here in Ellis Field, home of Buckeye Union High School, Cole Calhoun's #1 sits on the blue fence in right field. Right fielder, Lutz takes ball 2. Played 12 years in the Bigs, spent most of his time with LA Angels, 2 years with the Diamondbacks. Pitch swung on, and that's going to fall. Jay Daughtry, he's going to try for home, and he'll be safe. Lutz with a single RBI. And that is his first hit, I believe. Yes, it is. Ruben Jr. Lutz, first hit. Attaboy for him. Here comes Anthony Lara. Cole Calhoun, as I was saying. Pitch taken, ball 1. 8 years with the Angels. 2 years with the Diamondbacks. A year in Texas, a year in Cleveland. Swung on, missed. Lutz going. Pitch is going to get past all the infielders. Center fielder was coming in to get it. Lutz gets in safely. If the throw was on line from the catcher Morales, he would have been out. Cole Calhoun, 14.7 career WAR in 12 seasons. Very good MLB player that this high school produces. Lara takes ball 2. Maybe went to Arizona State. Pitch low. Yavapai College as well. Drafted by the Angels in the 8th round of the 2010 Rule 4 draft, the June amateur draft. So that's taken for a strike by Lara. Pitch, strike 3. Out in the inning. Aces respond with 1 run, making the score 4-1. back underway to start the bottom of the second inning. Here comes the number 9 hitter for Maryvale, and the number 9 on his back. That's Antonio Morales, the second baseman. Pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. On the top half of the inning, just a pitch from Hip. He's going to get past Lutz. Ball 1. I was talking about Cole Calhoun. Now talk about another guy Buckeye Union High School's produced. I could eventually have his number up next to Calhoun's. As Hip delivers, swung on, and that will be a single. Oh, it's going to get past Anthony Lara just by a foot. That will go 2, and that will be a double. Double for Morales. As here comes Cervantes, who walked and scored. Shortstop. Pitch swung on and missed. That other player is Brandon Compton, outfielder for Arizona State. Going to be in the MLB draft. Projected to be a second rounder. The pitch, check swing, ball outside. Compton was originally going to committed as a two-way with the primary emphasis on pitching. Pitch outside. Two-one count. And originally was pitcher, and on his senior night here at this very field is the pitch inside. And they're saying it hit him. Cervantes wasn't even sure it hit him. I think he said, did it? Yeah. Next batter is catcher Angel Morales. As Hip delivers, and that's going to be a single, at least. Going to get past Graves. There's no right fielder because the Aces are down a man. That'll be a double. Runner going for home. Lutz going to try to make the catch. He is going to be safe. Runner's going to go to third. That's a double advanced on the throw to third. Cervantes scores. Morales scores. Compton, after his senior night, suffered an elbow injury, had him to get Tommy John, missed his first year at Arizona State, had to take a redshirt year, then was an outfielder like Calhoun. As left-handed hitting Jace Garcia comes in. Compton, 2 years at Arizona State, became known for his power hitting. All freshman team by some, All-American freshman team by some. His pitch is high. Didn't have the sophomore season that I think he won, but still a hyped prospect for the MLB draft. Pitch outside. Played left field primarily. Calhoun primarily a right fielder. Both went to Arizona State. Both went to Buckeye Union. Both expect to be taken in the MLB draft early. As the pitch fouled off into the fence behind home plate. Calhoun set records in the MLB draft combine in terms of exit velocity Outside. Pitch. Full count now on Garcia. Just kind of interesting nuggets for you. Pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. Yep. Now is 2 runs have scored already. A runner on third. 1 out in the inning. It's Axel Quijol, the pitcher, takes ball high. He reached on an error and scored his first time up. Pitch low. Two balls, no strikes. Count. Hip delivers. Ball 3 going to get past Lutz. Hip covering home. No play at the plate. He is safe. Morales scores. That's going to make it 7-0. Or 7-1 rather, as the Aces scored 1. Top of the second inning. Here. Pitch. Strike. Just getting the inside edge. I thought Quijol thought it was a little high. As I noted in the first game, fence about 10 feet high as Quijol will walk. Bring up Azul Reyes, who was hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Outfield fence, maybe 10, 12 feet high, something like that in the batter's eye. Maybe about 20 feet high. Pitch in for strike. Tough field to get home runs on. Only have seen one home run that left the field of play. Outside the park home run. Your traditional home run versus an inside the park home run. It's fouled off. It's now looks to be fully nighttime out here in beautiful Buckeye, Arizona. Runner going. Fouled off. Out of the park, first base side. Hip delivers. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Hip 2 strikeouts in the last 3 batters. As here comes Axel Aguilar, who walked in his first time up in the second game tonight. I mentioned the Aces wearing their blue. That's fouled off. The yellow and gray pants. This is a Let's Go Aces chant here in the stands. As I didn't mention Maryvale's cyan teal uniforms, black numbers, white pants. Swung on. Checked. And for a ball. One the count to Axel Aguilar. Righty delivers. Two balls, one strike. Pitch. Yeah, for a ball. 3-1. Pitch outside, that's going to be a walk. Aguilar's second walk of the night. That's going to bring up Chris Aguilar. Jay Daughtry, the first baseman, is going to talk to his pitcher, kind of trying to get him to come up. Catcher Ruben Jr. Lutz now walking out there now. He's going to walk back. Now Daughtry heads back to first. That's some leadership you want to see. First baseman just going to talk to the pitcher. Get him to calm down after that walk. Let him know he's got the talent to strike these guys out. Pitch hits Aguilar. Here comes Sotelo. Two outs in the inning. Here at Ellis Field. Pitch. Caught by Daughtry on the line. That'll end the inning. Daughtry now in 2 innings has made a nice catch to end the inning. As the score now is 7-1. Panthers over Aces. Back underway here at Ellis Field. Zach Graves, the leadoff man, steps in. Graves grounded out to short his first time up. Pitcher Quihole delivers a ball inside. Interesting, the pitcher Quihole and the catcher Morales, they had a sequence of where it's now pitch high for a ball. Pitch, Quihole yoinked one over his catcher. And then Morales on the way back yoinked one off to the left side of his pitcher. The pitch is in for a strike. 2-1 count on Graves. Second baseman in this game. He looks at strike 2. Graves trying to get his second, trying to get on base today. His second at bat. Pitch popped up behind everything, including me in this press box. You know, if I wanted to, I could go on top of the press box as there's a ladder and a roof hatch, but I don't want to do that. The pitch way inside. Graves had to get out of the way on that one. 3-2 full count. There's now a large bird is flying over the field. Looks like to me a hawk. And Buckeye Union is the hawk, so it's kind of fitting that we have that. And Graves is going to walk. Here comes Lincoln Blanco. Got his first hit in this first game today. Flew out to center his first time up in this second game. Blanco only playing his fourth game all season. Baseball under the lights, 4th of July weekend. What a picturesque setting. It's Blanco is going to rope one into center. That's going to be caught by the center fielder. That's 2 flyouts to center for Blanco. Here comes Adrian Navarro, who also flew out to center his first time up. Navarro came into this game. The series 357 average grounder. That's going to get through the first baseman. Graves was running on the play. He's going to get to third safely. Aces now have 2 on, 1 out. Jay Daughtry comes up, who made that great catch 10 that second inning, like he did the first inning. And he's coming off his last at bat where he got a double, his first extra base hit, going back to first on a pickoff play. Unsuccessful. Navarro is safe. Daughtry having a good game this second game. Let's see what he can do here. Pitch. He's going to lay down a bunt. That goes foul. Trying to do a sack bunt there that as Navarro was moving. Not exactly the guy I would think to do a bunt in a situation. Not the fastest guy in the world is Daughtry. Runner going. That's going to be safe. Graves is going to be safe at home. And that adds another run to the Aces, as now it's 7-2. Navarro steals second. Graves takes home. So that's good to see some movement on the bases now. Runner that's set. Navarro at second for Daughtry. Navarro's going for third. Fouled off. Navarro have to go back to second there. Navarro going. Grounder to the pitcher. And they'll go a 1-3 ground out. Navarro moves successfully to third. I thought that might have been a flyout, but I guess that was chopped. So here comes Marshall Hipp, who struck out in his first time up. He's the pitcher. As now pitch black outside. Outside for the ball 1. Now, it'd be really cool. I know it's 4th of July weekend. 4th of July being yesterday. If there's some fireworks going off tonight, Friday. Well, sound that feel. Baseball classic as a pitch swung on and missed by Hipp. That would be make this night even more picturesque than it already is. Pitch gonna get past the catcher. Navarro's gonna be safe. So he kind of has an awkward slide, and that puts score at 7-2. Favor of the Panthers over the Aces. Aces chipping away at that lead. Let's see if they can get anything here. As here comes pitch, strike 2 on hip. Righty delivers. Swung on and missed by hip. That's strike 3. That will end the inning. But the good news is for the Aces, they had 2. Make it 7-3 mid-third. Here comes the number 9 hitter, Antonio Marias. Pitch, swung on and missed for strike 1. Hip out there for his 3rd inning of work today, or I guess tonight now. Hip delivers a ball outside, 1-1 count. Pitch, that's going to hit him in the left shoulder area. That brings up the leadoff man, Cervantes, who has a single and a hit by pitch. His 2 plate appearances today, 0 for or a walk and a hit by pitch, 0 for 0. Pitch fouled off. Hip delivers ball. Oh man, Ruben Jr. yoinked that throw as Maria stole second. Second baseman Graves was covering, and he wound up throwing the ball pretty close to the shortstop Lincoln Blanco. Lincoln Blanco was able to get that. Pitch inside again. Lutz will make a good play on the ball, and the runner will hold. Lutz is going to adjust his mask. Peterson playing the center field position. That's toward right. Lara and straight away left, it looks like. That's how the Aces are going to opt to play a man down tonight. Tough situation as the pitch is outside. Pitch. Swung on, chopped to short, and the throw will not be in time. That will be an infield single for Cervantes. Here comes the catcher, Angel Morales. Triple and a double so far today. Right now, approaching the hour mark of this game. Strike one is delivered by Hip. Morales is looking. As we started at 8:35, I don't know if they're going to count that as the official start time or call it, or rather 7:35. Going to grounder to Medina, over to Graves, and they get a runner out at second. The throw is going to get past Daughtry. They're going to throw it back to Lutz to hold the runner at third. Morales to third. Morales reaches on a fielder's choice. Moves to second on an error. The Maryvale fans chanting, "Let's go Maryvale." Here's Jace Garcia. Now Peterson moves to right, and Lara is playing a center field faded toward left. Left-handed hitting Garcia in. Maryvale fans hoping for a home run. It's a pitch way outside. One run will score. Our other run, Morales moves to third. Morales moves to third. Morales scores. And now the lead is 8-3. Panthers. Maryvale fans still hoping for a home run. This is an unlikely hope. But if there's hope, there might be results. I don't know. Regardless, pitch was outside. Hip delivers, fouled off down the third baseline. Garcia. 1 for 2, and he'll walk. Here comes Axel Quijol, who has a single and reached on air and scored. Lara moves back to the left. Peterson moves back to that right center field position. For the right-handed hitting pitcher, runner going. Popped up toward third. Navarro trying to get there. No, he won't. Just didn't get far enough to Navarro. Lutz kind of in that no man's land area between third base and catcher. Garcia moves back to first. 0-1 count on pitcher Quijol. Hip delivers outside. Gets past Lutz. Runners advance. That's a score of 9-2. As we're going to have time called by the umpire. Garcia is going to make a pitching change. Looks like it's going to be Jay Daughtry coming in. And we'll be back in a moment. Back underway here at Ellis Field. 2 outs. We got a runner at second. It's the batter's Axel Quihol. 1-1 count from the previous pitcher. This will be This will be under Daughtry. Pitch, swung on and missed. Get you hips line as soon as it is finalized, as there's a runner on second. Daughtry delivers. Popped up foul past the press box here, just directly behind home plate. 1-2 count. Jay Daughtry, the righty pitcher. In from first, as that's going to get past Lutz. Runner's going to move to third. No throw. Hip moves to first, replacing Daughtry. Just a simple, straight switch. Now, Hip has played every infield position this year, except shortstop. Righty delivers. Outside. Hasn't played center either. Or catcher. Full count on Quehole. Daughtry sets. Delivers inside, ball 4. That'll be a walk. The throw from Lutz gets past Daughtry, but Blanco will pick it up, walk it back to his pitcher, give him some words of encouragement, advice. Is something made a popping sound like a firework. I didn't see nothing. Just one. Here's Azil Reyes. 0 for 1 with a strikeout and pitch. Ball gets past Lutz. Runner moves to second. Runner moves to home safely. And that's a run. That is, let's score 10-3. In favor of the Panthers now. Pitch inside. Just missed. Daughtry. It's his hand in his glove. Frustration. Gonna dig a little bit. Delivers, and that hit him. It's kind of an interesting choice to go with your best pitcher that you have. Down now 7 versus 6. I think this might be a good time to try and find someone else. That's pitches strike on Axel Aguilar. If you want to try like a guy like pitch inside. Guy like Navarro or Graves have thrown at and had success that you might want to. Try Peterson. Pitch and struck to right field. There's no one. Peterson's got a long way to go to get that. He finds it now. One run scores. Second run scores. And I feel like it's the first time I can truly say not having the right fielder has cost the Aces runs. Because that would probably be at least a single at worst. So it's a double. Or if you have might be a fly out. I don't know. Yeah. Pitch and for ball, I think. Fly to Navarro on the inning. Or there's a discussion. That ends the inning. Coach thought it was 2. I think it's 2. They said it was 2 at the pitching change. The discussion between both Maryvale coaches and the 2 umpires. Same thing happened last game with this, I think the same umpiring crew, where they ended an inning early. And the Maryvale coaches are going to leave with, I don't think, the answer they were hoping for. And Maryvale will take the field. We'll be back in a minute. And Peterson steps in. There was more discussions between the umpire and some of the Aces staff and the Panthers staff. Peterson swings and misses at strike 1. So you've got a change in right field. So Taro comes out. That coming in is Sigala, Dominique Sigala's. Peterson swings and misses at strike 2. Going back to that last inning as the pitch is outside. When the pitching change was announced, umpire said 2 outs, and then, nice and loud, I heard it. That's why I said 2 outs. Pitch swung on and missed by Peterson. He goes down swinging. I lost my train of thought here. It's Ruben Jr. Lutz steps in. Oh. Umpire said it was 2 outs. The pitch upstairs on Lutz. As I said 2 outs at the pitching change. This is where the coach of Maryvale, that's a strike on Lutz, is got to say, oh, that's not right, or say, okay. At that point, yeah, it's you kind of lose your argument if you say that's 2 outs, and then the third one, there's a Lutz swings and misses on a pitch. There's no really argument to make, because that's the 3rd out 10 in the inning. Pitch just inside. It's close. 2-2 count. You aren't going to get it overturned probably in the first place, and if there any chance you had of saying not acknowledging I think this should be 1 out versus 2 outs at the pitching change. That sinks any hope of trying to argue your case. As that's well struck by Lutz to left field. And it is dropped by the left fielder. Lutz is going to get in to second on a play. I think that's going to be reaching on an error. Tough play out and left. Lutz got his first hit, and I think there's a good chance they might call that a hit after all. His first hit, and then that potentially is his second hit. Here comes Anthony Lara, the left fielder. Pitch, swing and a miss by Lara. He's struck out his first time in the second game. And he'll swing at strike 2. 8:50 local. Still good 30-35 minutes left in this game. For those of you keeping track of the 2-hour rule at home, score is 12-3 in favor of the the Panthers. As we have as Lutz moving, and that's going to get through the shortstop. That is Cervantes. That will score Lutz. Back-to-back plays where aces have reached on an error. As the pitch delivered for a ball, and Lara steals second. Hip's final line for you: 2 innings pitched, 5 hits, 10 runs, 7 of them earned, 4 walks, strikeout, 0 home runs on 21 batters faced. Pitch, and first strike on Zachary Graves. Graves 0 for 1 on this game. Walk and a ground out. Scored a run. Graves hacks that one. Foul ball. Fouled off. I thought very borderline. The foul lines are not painted here, so no one was expecting to play a game here today. And that was very close to being fair. That's kind of just hacked that one down the third base line and almost was something good. Lara going, Graves swings and misses. Catcher's going to throw it over the third baseman's head. Lara in safely, they're holding him there. Graves goes down swinging. Here comes Lincoln Blanco, who appears he's going to be catching in this top half of the 5th inning, or bottom half of the 4th inning, rather. Lincoln Blanco, the shortstop, probably going to move to catcher because he had some catcher's gear on. So that's probably going to mean some defensive changes. We'll get those to you if they happen. Pitch. Grounded to second. And that will end the inning. Aces respond by getting 1 on a 4-3 ground out. Now the score 12-4. Panthers. comes new batter Dominique Seagal as the pitch gets by. I hit him. That hit Seagal. He comes in for Sotero. That'll bring up Antonio Marias, who has a double and a hit by pitch in the second game. Defensive changes for you, as I foreshadowed last half inning. Daughtry shaking off pitch. New catcher Lincoln Blanco fouled off behind the everything down off the third base side. Blanco moves in from second, replacing Lutz. Lutz moves to right, replacing Peterson. Peterson moves to left, replacing Lara. Lara moves to second, replacing Graves. Graves moves to second, replacing Navarro. Navarro moves to short, replacing Blancos. That hits Marias. This is the first time Navarro has played short this season. Peterson left. True left, and Lutz playing that fading to right field center position. Jay Daughtry hit the last two batters, still in pitching. He gets a pitch there on Cervantes. Oh, him and Marshall Hip, who swapped earlier in the game, are the only two that didn't swap in that last half inning. Pitch. And for strike two on Cervantes. He has a single, hit by pitch, walk, 2 runs scored in the second game. Pitch from Daughtry, fouled off over the first base side. I know I've been kind of mentioning the what if. I want to mention what if again. What if the Aces had all their guys? Would the outcome be any different? I would think so, but there's no way to know. Like I mentioned earlier, pitch outside. It's just hard to know these teams. One team you are one week is could be a completely different team the next week. Aces last week defeated the Yuma Blue Sox in 2 games, 9-5, 9-3. And those 2 games, well, Yuma is a team that has beat these Panthers 4 times this season. So you'd figure, oh, maybe Aces would win, but that's not the case. As pause as Lincoln Blanco's having trouble with this catcher's gear. Something on the right leg guard is Coach Garcia of the Aces. He's going to come out with a rake the mound. Do we have a delay? So now Blanco's ready. Coach Garcia re-raking the mound, pushing more dirt toward the center. Ready for play now. Coach Garcia's done with the rake. Gonna throw it over his shoulder and do some sort of dance moves with it. I'm not quite sure what that dancing is, but if anyone were to see my dancing, it would be somehow 10 times worse. So although I'm gonna save all those with eyes and not dance. Daughtry delivers, swing and a miss. That's strike 3 on Cervantes. Here comes Morales, catcher. One out. Runner on first and second. What? Pitch from Daughtry. High. Let's see. Daughtry delivers. Fly to left. Ethan Peterson can't make the catch. That's going to be a single. Runner from second going home. He is going to be out. Good relay from everyone. From Peterson and left. I think it was through the shortstop. Navarro. Get the out. No run scores. Runner Morales moves to second. Sigala, kind of a slow runner. Got him trying to go for home. 2 out now. So now they can get Ace can get the force out third, second, first of choice. Daughtry delivers outside. Ball 1. There's another fireworks sound to my right. I can't see it. As I mentioned earlier, post 53 heat wave dropped 1 to the post 115/145 Eagles, 1-34. Their second game going better, only losing 2-8 as there's time. As Daughtry was telling, he wants to throw a fastball. Secret's out, Jack. Everyone in the world can hear you there. Nods dramatically. The pitch. Outside. That was fun, kind of hilarious there. Daughtry now likes the sign his catcher gave him. Pitch roped over Graves' head. There's no left fielder. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Peterson has just finally found it. Going for 3. They're going to get the out. Nice relay there. And that'll end the inning. 2 runs score. 2 Panthers thrown out on the base pass. And it's really unfortunate for the Aces that they don't have another person to play outfield because they would have not scored as many runs. Anyway, we'll be back for the top of the 5th. Peterson swings at strike one. There's now a warm breeze in the press box. Pitch. Strike two. Getting the outside edge of the plate. Pitch. Outside, full count, I believe, on Peterson. 1-2. I heard him say full count, but I didn't think he had 3 balls yet. Pitch. Somehow missed. I don't know where. 2-2 on the tall lefty outfielder of Ethan Peterson. Trying to find his first hit. Looks at a ball. Full count. Peterson now. We've seen Lincoln Blanco get his first hit today. Ruben Jr. Lutz got his first hit today. Now can Ethan Peterson do it? Runner going, and he swings at strike 3. And that will be the end of it. The Panthers win their second of the day. They advance to 4-8. They're done with their regular season. We'll be back. They'll be back in action 2 weeks from now in the playoffs. Which will be at Wickenburg's complex. Aces next week. They're gonna be home versus the Heat Wave. They fall to 3-7, and if they win those 2 games, they'll have a chance at being the 5 seed in, I think, the playoffs. Maryvale pretty much locked up to 6 seed. The Aces drop 1. Maryvale gets 5 seed, I believe. Not quite sure how the playoffs work, but next week we'll have that for you. Give you a more clear picture, as that's still going to be the final week of the season. This has been my broadcast of the 100th season of American Legion Baseball. My name's Andrew Hazlett. Maryvale Panthers took 2 over the Post 53 Aces. We'll be back next week. Same time. Games 4 and 7:30. Or 5 and 7:30.